Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Janice Mays.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My takeaways. First, the Congress must act on the nation's debt limit, most likely by late July. And this week found the administration who want a clean debt limit fix and House Republicans who want future spending cuts sparring over who should make the next move. House Speaker McCarthy wrote to President Biden to press for more negotiations. The president, in turn, suggested the Republicans should present a budget of their very own, a difficult task for them. But there is some movement toward agreement. Rather than continue to seek a fully balanced budget over the next few years, House Republicans have begun to focus on shorter-term goals, like holding government funding to prior year levels. That's not easy either, but some compromise may be possible there. In fact, this week, the House considered H.R. 1, the Lower Energy Cost Act. It eases restrictions on exploring, developing, importing, and exporting fossil fuels and minerals. And among its many facets, the bill eases permitting requirements, an area where I think bipartisan agreement is possible. Other takeaways: Senator Joe Manchin escalated his argument with the Treasury Department over new domestic content requirements for electric vehicles and battery tax credits. The efforts to repeal Section 174's amortization of R&D expenses took another step forward this week as House sponsors agreed to reintroduce repeal legislation before the end of April. And the already introduced Senate bill gained bipartisan co-sponsors. That's a lot.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
I was asked the most, how concerned should taxpayers be about the administration's inclusion of last Congress's tax increase proposals, like carried interest rules, in this year's budget? My answer: the administration chose to include those unrealistic tax increases to create their message that they can still accomplish great social policy while decreasing the deficit by $3 trillion. The U.S. is not a parliamentary form of government. This Congress will not act on those broad tax proposals. But in 2025, when the Congress will act on expiring tax cuts, if President Biden has been reelected, treat this as his first offer.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
The Congress is away the next 2 weeks. There are a couple of things I think of note. One, Speaker McCarthy will meet with the president of Taiwan in California this week. Will China lash out? And debate over international tax rules now in the UN, as well as the OECD and its member countries, will continue unabated. Keep your eyes open.